everyone. I'm not sure if I'm streaming yet or not, but I wanted to come to you and show you today. Been working hard all week on classes and teachings, and I just thought I would do some therapeutic happiness here. So I got my little reindeer pants on. Hi. Okay. So I wanted to show you guys how to paint a barn quilt. So we have a barn, and we do a lot of things in the barn and cut stuff and everything. But we have another family who has their workshop, and they do etched lines for me. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So it's like in the line, so it's really fun. So, oops, I also have my smiley face mug. Isn't he cute? So for those of y'all, as we're getting started, want to like my page for Go Find Your Happy. It is facebook.com/Go Find Your Happy. You can also shop at gofindyourhappy.com. So I'm going to get us started here. I have a little paper plate. That's what I use all the time for just to recycle, and I can use it over and over. So you can see I painted something last night, and I'm just using it again. No big deal, because it's all dry, so it's not going to muddle. All right. So the first thing I do is I look and see, okay, what colors can I match together? So that's what I did here. So when I did, I was like, red can go with red, white can go with white. But when I first lay them down, I don't know what colors I'm going to do. So what I'll do is I'll do this. I'll start from the inside and work out. So I'll label this 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, then 5, 5, 5, 5. And the squares were 6, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, 9. And what I'll do is I'll look at what the geometric shape holds. Forgive me for coughing. I have allergies. Can you believe I can't eat raw apples because the skin makes my throat itchy now? And I love apples. Same thing with peaches and plums and nectarines. So it's because I have a pollen allergy. So how fun is that? So I live on Benadryl and Zyrtec during the springtime. So anyways, and because I'm a speaker and singer, it always wants to irritate my little vocal cords. So apologize for the little coughs. Okay. So let's have some fun, shall we? All right. By the way, I love doing this with kids too, because it helps teach them math and geometry and counting, and they don't even know it. They don't even know it. Just awesome. Okay. So we're going to go over and start on a brand new one. So I am on this mission called Hope and Prayer for America, where we can put a symbol out on our mailboxes, on our doors, or we can even tie it to a tree. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm sharing that with folks in my downtown Hickory area tomorrow. I'm going to be painting a really big barn quilt on an easel. So that way people can see me from a distance, but kind of watch the process while they're walking their dogs. So I'm going to use red, white, and blue. And then I'm also going to have gold. So basically right now, I'm just starting with, I don't put a lot of paint on the tray. I just put a little bit, because you can always add more. Because once you squeeze it out, it's nearly impossible to get back in. So that's the scoop on that. Here's my gold over here. And this is folk art metallic gold. However, I've got to show you like my secret sauce, okay? Because look at, and I can't sell it, but it's at a home improvement store, so it's like everywhere. Okay, let me go get the secret sauce. Dun, 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 dun. Hold on, give me that. The secret sauce is coming. Okay, here is my secret sauce. You ready? This is deco art, and it's called Brilliant, and it's called 24 karat gold. And it is just the prettiest gold ever, right? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, I love it. It's like liquid gold. So pretty. Okay. Guys, I've been in the house all day and I'm like talking to myself. So if I seem a little slap happy, it's just because I am. That's why I need to talk to y'all. Okay. You can only talk to yourself so much and then you kind of go a little crazy. All right. So what I'm going to do is follow my own formula. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and number. I like numbering from the inside out, so that way my hands don't get paint on them and get messy. So I'm going to do the circle as 1. This is, for those of y'all who end up buying this from me, this is the 12 by 12, and these are easy to be mailed, okay? The 24 by 24, I can mail it, but it would be like $30 to mail it. So probably don't want to do that. But if you do, let me know because they're really, really pretty. So I'm seeing, you can see the 1 right there. So this is design number 2, or you can say compass and I'll know exactly what you mean. So I'm doing the 2, 2, 2. I'll show you once I number this real quick. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to work from the inside out, because sometimes you want to do a big block of color first just to kind of see how you feel about that color. And sometimes going with the smallest one on the inside is just kind of hard to get the feel. So you're going to see me do something a little different in just a second. Okay, So I'm going to go ahead and do the center, and I'm thinking that I'm going to do the center. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe the center. I think I'm going to do gold in the center, like representing that we all have a light inside of us that can shine bright. How's that sound? So even though I do have the folk art metallic, I'm just like a little addicted to this one. So I'm going to do this one. Okay. And please like my page, facebook.com/go find your happy, and follow me. I'm going to be doing some more YouTubes and stuff like that, so you can craft and paint with me and have some fun. So this is a brush I'm using. You can see it's like a pen, writing pen. I use 2 brushes. I always use 2 brushes. That's just me. I have this one is flat. See how it's straight across? And I'll show you how I use that one for that. And then this is like a writing pen. So there we go. So I'm going to go and do the circle here. I don't know if you can see my colors, but I'll tilt it up in a minute. I love to hear your thoughts and so forth. Right now, it's hard to live stream on YouTube and so forth because everyone is working from home and doing videos, and the internet is very crowded like a highway. So I'm having to do recordings and then upload them. So I can't talk to you live as much as I normally do, unless I want to go live at 1 in the morning or something, which maybe I will, who knows. I am not a late night person as much as I am a morning person. When I'm in the middle of like a book writing project, or I just want to spend time in prayer, like really deep prayer, I'll actually get up at like 4 in the morning and do my coffee because everything is so quiet and dark, and I watch the sunrise. So that's why I'm having to record, is because the internet's crazy. Crazy busy like a highway. The real highways in America are not very crowded right now, but of course the internet is. So there we go. Get a nice smooth, and this is my gold. So there you go. You can see like that gold already, and you can see how there's the lines right there, right? So now I'm thinking about what color do I want to do from on the second round that goes around the circle. I'm not going to do white because I want to have a lot of contrast in the color. So I don't know what I want to do this one yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do the background, which is the big circle. So let me just show you that. You see that circle that goes all the way around? I'm going to go ahead and paint these core areas so I can see how I want to do the rest of the compass points. So I'm going to do this like the sky. So this is where I'm grabbing my flat brush. You can see I don't have a lot of paint on it. You don't need a whole thing of paint. Like, you don't want to dip it in hard, and you want to just have the ends, and you go right up to the line, just like that, right up to the line. And actually what I'll do is I'll draw just this on a piece of paper so you can kind of see a little bit better. So let's say this is the line, like right here. Watch this. So this is the line on your barn quilt. And all I do is I dip it in, and I go to the line, and then in. The line, and then in. The line, and then in. And then I can start filling it in around that, okay? So that's what you want to do. All right, I'm rinsing my brush a little bit here. So that's what I'm going to do, is you're going to see me go around the edges of the quilt first, just like this. And so for those of y'all who have already bought a kit with me, we're working from the same colors, except my gold is just a little bit different. Okay. I mean, this gold over here that I shipped you is awesome. I just love my little secret sauce. So I don't know. You know how we all have like little preferences, like what type of spaghetti sauce is your favorite or whatever. Or like what type of ketchup is your favorite. I don't know. It sounds crazy, I know. But anyways, that's the scoop on my red. And I always get it like at Hobby Lobby or with my Michael's coupons. So basically I'm just going around the edges, and I'm going from the outside in. What that does is it just stays right within the lines, nice and neat. And you can relax, because then you're just coming in on the brushwork. So a lot of times people think it's very, very detailed when they look at it, but actually it's just like doing an outline with a pen first and then coloring in the middle. So I love this because this is just a beautiful project to do for all ages. And I had a lady that came to one of our classes, our live classes, and she was like, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do this today, but I'm really excited. She goes, because my hands have tremors. And she's like, but I'm excited about trying it. And I said, well, you will complete it no matter what, even if I have to come in beside you and help you finish it. And did you know she did the whole thing on her own? And she kept saying, I am so happy right now. I am so happy. This is awesome. And she just had so much joy doing it. And she ended up buying a second barn quilt because they were going camping. And her husband and their friends were going. So her and the other girlfriend both got barn quilts so they could sit at the campsite together and do their barn quilts. So that is just really cool. I love that. This is something where, you know, you're watching a movie. You know, this is small enough that you can have it sit in your lap. I use what's called a lap desk. And a lot of times I'll just paint right there. My husband is like, Kurt, he's like, Tricia, why do you have paint and crafts all over the house? And I'm just like a kid with toys, you know. I try to put it up, but sometimes if I'm in the middle of a project, I'll let it sit there. I brought some stuff from my studio to work from home. And because of that, there is a lot of craft stuff around the house. So to get into the corners, I'm just going really light and just dab, 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 dab. And then I come back out to the line and do inward. So I hope this helps you get an idea of how to contrast colors and kind of how to see what colors you may want. Now this one I'm doing Hope and Prayer for America barn quilt, the patriotic colors. But what's really cool is you can do a mix of colors to match your decor. I thought it would be really cool to have, personally, like make 6 of these of my own, 12 by 12s, and put them as a collage up our staircase of different designs and colors. And then that can be a topic of conversation for when we have folks in, and I can tell them about the history of the barn quilt. I read one that in Ohio, a woman started it honoring quilters like her grandmother. But also in Pennsylvania and Dutch country, they would use these as well as signs for good luck and things like that. For me, whenever I do these, I think about my grandma Harmon and my grandma Fink from West Virginia and how they would do quilts. My grandma Fink did a quilt for me when I was little that was all bow tie designs, which was just really cool. And my grandma Harmon did like triangles and squares, and she used old fabric from old clothes and repurposed it. So I just think about, you know, my grandmothers, how they went through World War II. They both also went through the Depression. So there was a lot of uncertain times there. But the things that they did is they crafted, they cooked, and they prayed. They prayed a lot. And I remember my dad telling me that he remembered hearing the air raid go off in West Virginia during World War II. And he was just a little kid. He was born in 1932 at that time. And so I can't imagine, I mean, I think we can imagine somewhat of the uncertainty as we are going through this time with, you know, sickness and stay-at-home orders and so forth. But this is something that I think, you know, I have a quote that I shared with a coaching client. I do life and business coaching, and I was telling them when the tough get going, the tough get back to the basics. So I think some of these basics are doing crafting and things like that that help with, I think with stress levels, but it also helps you, I think, innovation. It makes me wonder, like if I could interview Henry Ford today, like if I could go back in time and interview him or he was here, I have a feeling he was more than just a machine guy, because he had to have had a level of creativity to innovate new things. And a lot of times we say we're not creative, which is a myth. We are all creative. We just might express it in different ways. So as I am sharing with you on this teaching call, like how to do this barn quilt and how to paint, kind of mix colors together, you may also think about, wow, you know, I used to cook all the time or make special recipes or try different things. And maybe you forgot that you did that. I saw my mom just the other day, and she had crocheted me some pot holders and hot plate trivets. And she was like, what do you think about these, Patricia? And I was like, these are awesome. So, you know, that's good therapy for her, because not only will she sell them, but my dad passed away a few months ago, and she's alone. She was a caregiver for several years for my dad. So her whole day revolved around my dad. Like she would get up in the morning, she would go to McDonald's, get her breakfast, talk to her friends, while my dad had 3 hours of care a day from home health services. So she had 3 hours a day to be able to do her special time, right? And so now being alone, she's not responsible for him. And the crafting and the art has given her a wonderful opportunity to express herself. And just last night, we had some folks buy some art designs from her that are on like photo cards that they can send like as a postcard, but not in a postcard, in an envelope, people. And I tell you, she was so happy when I called her last night at like 9 o'clock and told her, hey, guess what? Some of your art cards had sold. And she was like, really? And so, you know, I just want to encourage you that, you know, you can do something like this for yourself, but also you could make a barn quilt like this. You could get the design from me, so that way you don't have to use the compass and draw something out from scratch. And you could paint it, and you could actually give that to a loved one or a neighbor to put on their mailbox or their door. These are wonderful gifts to give at Christmas or anytime. You know, Mother's Day, Father's Day. Like Father's Day is great because guys like to be outside in their barn, by their pool, by the grill, you know, so can you make a barn quilt for them that's their favorite colors? Maybe the colors are of, instead of patriotic, they could be of their favorite football team, which is cool, isn't it? So there you go. You can see right there how the color is. And that's what that's allowing me to do, is see what colors I want to put into these middles as far as contrast. I'm going to do another round right here so you can see. So see, sometimes you just have to release, like thinking all the way ahead of what colors you want to put in those middles. You can see here where I did 2 dominant colors, and then I still don't know what these 2 are going to be yet. I think they're either going to be red and white or red and gold. So I'm not sure. So there's the, isn't that pretty cool? Again, if you want to order a barn quilt, we're getting a page up on Go Find Your Happy, but message me if you can on facebook.com/Go Find Your Happy. I can ship the whole kit to you, this wood and the paints and the brush, all together for $36, okay? And that will include the shipping, because I already know the shipping cost and all of that. But that will eliminate you having to go to a store of any kind, okay? And it will come right to your door. And by the way, this is beautiful in a frame. You know, like Hobby Lobby sells drop-in frames. So for $36, really it's 30, well, it's really 28 because I have to pay 8 something for shipping. But to have a custom piece of art that you've made that you can also pass down and hang on your wall for that, I think is priceless. So I've kept the cost really reasonable for you, so you can take advantage of it. What's awesome too is you're going to have extra paint left over, so you'll be able to use this paint again and again. So if you decide to order a second barn quilt from me and include it in that mailing, I can include the second one for just $15, okay? Because the mailing and stuff will be cheaper, and I won't be including all the paint. So this is something that you can actually do with your other family member if you want, and team up together and do one shipment. In fact, if you and a friend or you and a family member do it, I was going to say friend, but if you're not having people over at your house, or you can take out some of the paint and then drop it on the porch for the next neighbor. Y'all can share the paints because each paint is 2 ounces each, so that's a lot of paint. I mean, that's going to go a long way. So that's what's awesome about the paint that I sent to you. There you go. So I won't do these other two because I just want you to see the contrast here and then do a couple of the rays so you can see how the color just starts coming together. So in between, I just rinse. I use a paper towel and I get it nice and clean. And trying to think of what color I want to do. I think I'm going to do red here. I don't know. I don't know what to do. We'll just see how it looks, red. So now I'm just going up to the edge again and going in. I wanted to make sure I stay on this teaching call so you can see the colors come together as a whole meld, how one butts up against the other. Wow, it's really pretty, isn't it? And for those of you who watch this and want to come down and visit me and see me paint in the square in the park, people are walking their dogs and so forth and practicing the distancing, but they can watch me from afar. And if you want, I will have a kit that you can get and just take right home. And then if you're watching this and you're in another area of the country, I can mail it to you. I mailed out 2 kits yesterday afternoon, actually. So, and I have a wait list going for sometimes certain designs. So when you message me, I'll send you the 4 designs that I have that you can choose from. And then I can let you know right at that moment when things are in stock, okay? So there we go. All right, I'm going to take my outline here. You're going to just see me slow down and I'm going to dab, 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 dab. Now, sometimes my hand will get a little bit shaky, so it's no big deal. It might go outside of the line. If it does, I'll just do a second coat on the color that butts up to it, okay? So just release the perfect. Don't get upset if you went outside the line or anything like that. It can be painted over, okay? All right, so there we go. So I'll wrap up this recording for today and message me on Facebook and let me know how I can help. You can also fill out a form on facebook.com/go find your happy. Okay? Let me know if you're interested in a kit. Let me know, Tricia, I'm interested in a kit. I can pick up near Hickory or North Carolina, or I would love to have you mail this to me because I have customers all over the country and friends all over the country. But imagine us coming together, uniting, and having a Hope for America quilt that we can display on our mailboxes or our door. This just brings me so much joy in knowing that we can share with others without talking to them, that we're praying for each other. And we need that so much. I mean, with the unemployment rates and through the roof that were announced this week, and people who are sick who are elderly that are sick and can't get out now. They're lonely, guys. And so I just encourage you, if you want to get one of these and get a second one that you can give to an elderly neighbor and let them know you don't have to be right next to them. You can drop it off on their front porch and say, this is to bring you cheer and hope. And just in time for Memorial Day and 4th of July, that this can be displayed. So just a wonderful way to bring joy. And if you're in real estate or something like that, this is a great closing gift. When I was in real estate, I gave closing gifts to my folks, and I handmade things. I made wreaths, and at that time I did some other types of paintings, and it was such a joy to go back years later and visit them, and they would be having my art and decor on their wall. It just showed that it meant a lot to them. And so there's something to be said about handcrafted things, right? It's just really, really awesome from the heart. I still have bukus of things that my son Jordan made us when he was little. And when we do the Christmas tree and all of that, we put them on the tree, and it's just awesome. So this is just something really special that you can do for yourself. But I don't know about you, when you can make something and then you think about who you can gift it to, it's just really, really awesome. And then let me know what your thoughts in the comments below this upload of colors that would be cool for sports teams. I think about the Carolina Panthers and the blue and the gray and the black, and doing something like that for a man cave. So it doesn't have to just be patriotic. It can be something of your child's team or a college sports team. A lot of cool things that you can do with your barn quilts. You can actually have more than one. So I think that's what's really awesome. I just love doing these. So there you go. You can see it's coming to life now. And then what I'll do is I'll post a completed version on it and check in with you. So I hope this free class has been helpful on how to paint a barn quilt. Reach out to me. We are a small family business, and this is really my dream. I love teaching leadership, teaching life strategies, teaching how to heal your heart from grief, from overwhelm, from anxiety, and finding joy through art, creative expression, writing, journaling, and crafting. So I'd love for you to become a part of my family and participate in this ministry and this movement that I just love doing. So God bless y'all. Have a great day. And message me, facebook.com/go find your happy. All right. Bye.